Hello, good afternoon. It's Friday, June 6th, I believe. Yeah, I'm so glad you guys are here tuning along with me. This is our 6th day in a row that we have done a video with you. It's our craft along. It's kind of like it's a whole week of us spending time together and creating projects using two bundles, kind of like a bundle of products to help you get, the most out of your purchases. So thank you so much for being here. It's Ronda Wade, and I am in right now, Langsburg, Michigan. Right here at my studio. We do some live events here, live classes. So if you're anywhere nearby, let me know too that. We love to have you come here in person as well. So welcome. Today we're wrapping up a 6-day series called our In Color Craft Along. Obviously we use a lot of product out of the new catalog as well, but we featured our new In Colors: Cloud Cover, Darling Duckling, Secret Sea, Strawberry Slush, and Timid Tiger. So if you have not bought these yet, you can get them starting now. We just came out with them in May, and we'll have them for 2 years. Highly recommend. So our craft along is something special that I do. I've done several of them, and I'm already planning my next one. So stay tuned for a craft along in July. I'll be doing a Christmas in July with 5 other, again, very talented demonstrators, bringing you the best that we have and bringing it together. So today we have projects from my good friend, one of my very best friends, Ange McKay. She is my Canadian partner, so we do a lot of events together. She just is sunshine and happiness for me, and such a very good friend, as well as being a talented demonstrator as well. So we always just love to work together, because if you're in Canada, I can't sell you product, and a lot of my kits I can't send to you because it's just, the rules of the border. But Ange can. So we do partner together on our stamp camp. We are, I think today or tomorrow is the final day to sign up for our sunrise sailings. Let me show you the 5 of the projects you're going to make. These also actually feature a lot of our In Colors. So Ange and I have a stamp camp going on right now, and I think today is the final day. I think we have 12 left. We've already done a lot of the packaging and the prepping of it, so we only have 12 left. But we're featuring the Sunrise Sailing bundle. Incredible. Oh, this one we're missing. This is a slide along here. But we are doing 10 projects. So I designed, look at that one, it's so cool. I design 5 and Ange designs 5. So you get a total of 10. But they are all so beautiful and can be used for so many occasions. Retirements, graduations, birthdays, just because. This one is one of those, I don't know how to even call them, pop-up trifold cards or stand-up cards. I don't know. So these are my 5, and then Ange has 5 more. Anyway, today is like one of the final days. We also have a couple optional classes that are pretty awesome too. So, but today we are wrapping up our In Color Craft Along. So a shout out to those of you who've been following along. I see a lot of your names have been here every day. I'm so grateful for you guys. This is why I do what I do. And I've had a lot of fun. This is one of the reasons why I do the craft along, is because you might not know. It's fun, but it's also a lot of work to design 12 projects, to type up 12 tutorials, do 6 videos, then also to put it's a lot of work, okay? But that's why I do it with these ladies, because we are able to kind of cut down a little bit on that work, but also I think make it a little bit more special for all of you too. So we work together to try to give you a really incredible event that's full. Like if I did this on my own, you would not be getting 12 projects, I can tell you that. So this way we're able to give you a lot more for your money and your investment. And for me, it's so much, it's a lot more fun to be able to work together with these amazing women. So today's are from Ange. So you can only imagine that there is fussy cutting in it, right? Like that is what my Ange is known for, is a few 1/8" measurements and some embossing. So there we go. She's giving us her full range. So let's go ahead and dive in. What I've been doing all week long is I've been copying, typically one of their projects exactly as it is. And then the other one, I've been making an alternative version. So when you are doing yours, you can do the same, or you can just copy them exactly. We send you full sheets of cardstock, so that way you are able, if you want to kind of keep working and making more and different variations. You also will have quite a bit of paper left over as well. So thank you guys all for asking. Carter is doing well. He's doing as good as can be for having a pretty major surgery. He is, even like this morning, he got up on his own to go to the bathroom. So that was a step in the right direction. And his spirits are doing really well too. And that's what I think I was the most worried about, is his mental, state. We'll see how he does, 6 weeks from now, still being bedridden. Because he has 6 weeks where he's supposed to keep his foot elevated 23 hours a day. That's going to be a challenge. All right, so here we go. Card number 1 is, we're going to do a card. I think it showcases it definitely showcases the celebratory Sips Designer Series paper. It literally, I think, showcases it beautifully. And obviously all week long, I think both of these, if you have not decided to purchase these bundles after this week, well, then there's not much else that can happen. So, but again, you can always substitute with something else if you want to, if you're copying these. So this takes a half a sheet of thick white, and you just fold that 5.5 by 8.5. And then we took another piece, which was 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. And we ran it through with the Glass and Gardens embossing folder, or you can. We did not do that for you, so you can use any embossing folder if you want to. But this one it is kind of neat. At the bottom here, it does like some of these like sparkles like down at the bottom, so you could do that if you want to. And then that is going to also get glued down to the front of our card. Before I glue that down, I'm going to wrap my ribbon around. And to wrap the ribbon around the whole card, if you wrap it around just this piece, then you don't see the ribbon on the inside of the card. You can do it either way. This was one of our brand new ribbons. It's the gold mesh ribbon. Through all these projects, you'll probably use almost an entire roll. So I'll be sure to make sure I include this in another class coming up too. It's really a beautiful, beautiful ribbon. We've cut it in half just to kind of give you a little bit of sparkle. Like on this one, we're putting the whole thing around, so it has a lot of sparkle. This card is all about celebrating. So if you have a friend who got engaged, or someone who bought a new house, or so many things that you want to celebrate. And it could be for a girl or a guy. So I think they can go for both of them. All right, so I'm going to tie my bow around first. That way, now I'm going to glue this down. And sometimes I like seeing the ribbon on the inside of the card, and sometimes I don't. Today, I don't. So we're doing it this way instead. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and put my adhesive all the way around my card, and we're going to glue that down. A huge shout out to all of you who did get the craft along. I so appreciate your support, and I hope you've had fun having the product there ready to go. Instead of saying, oh, I wish I had that. Instead, you're like, I've got that. I can make that right today or tomorrow, or you can do them all at once. 12 projects is a lot at once, so that's why we broke it up over 6 days to make it a little bit more manageable for all of us. All right, so there is just the kind of background of our card. Now you have a piece of basic black that you're going to cut to 2 3/4 by 5.5, and that's going to go right here on our card front. The rest of it is all Designer Series paper. So is this anybody's first time watching? Let me know. I will. We've gone through most of all of this since day one, but there's a sheet in here that has all of those blocks, we'll say. At first, I was like, what are those for? And then I learned that they are obviously, well, here we're using them as just blocks of color. So today we're using them for a different purpose. A different day, let me see. We have so many cards to show you that we've been working on. Let's see, this day here, we took the blocks and took our stamps and stamp them and then just cut them out. So you can use them as kind of like the inside or the drinks, or you can use them for color blocks. Look at all these projects. We've made 10 projects. At the very end, I'll bring them all back out again. But I love it. When I am all done with this, I literally, after today, will just sit there and just oogle and awe over all that we accomplished this week. So many projects. All right. So now what we're going to do is just, these were cut. Let me tell you the measurement, because I did cut them ahead of time. These pieces here, these three, are each cut to 1 5/8. So 1 5/8 this way by 2.5. Those are what all three of them are. And then we fussy cut out, and I did this ahead of time. You know, I've been doing this all week long, so I thought it would save us a little bit of time. Today, you've seen me fussy cut, and so I'm going to put these down here. There's two of them, one that has the ice and one that doesn't. We'll use one that has the ice because Ange did. So first I'm going to do is just glue down these blocks. And I usually will start in the middle to make sure I get the one in the middle kind of centered. And there should be a little 1/2-inch border that goes all the way around. On this black, it really, really pops off. So if you are, if you ordered the craft along already, obviously in the very beginning, we sent you all the tutorials. A lot of you have been ordering them all along, and you still can. They're $25, and the link is up in the description of this video. So you can still order them. And also, a lot of you have been getting them for free. We've had about 10 of you place online orders. So thank you for those orders. And Robin and Jean just placed one a little bit ago. Thank you. And what we'll do, and Doreen bought one yesterday. If you place an online order in my store, you have until Sunday. Sunday, you'll get the tutorials for free, which is a $25 value. Plus, you're going to get the free Stampin' Rewards from Stampin' Up! Too. All right, let's go ahead and take our pieces here. Now, of course, if you ran out of this piece of paper, then you can just stamp the glasses yourself and do them. So there are two ways to get these glasses. You can build them up with stamps and ink, or right this way, how Ange did it is we just cut it right out of the paper. But you can do it either way. Right? So we're just going to go ahead and put these down. This obviously, if you like to fussy cut, is a little bit of the simpler way, but I think it looks really cool with them also stamped too. So you can get kind of two different looks out of it. All right, so there are our glasses. Let's go ahead and glue this down to the front of our card. Pretty awesome. Look at this, what a great celebratory card. And it could be for just about any occasion that you want. Perfect for a summer celebration. Put the ribbon just a little bit higher. Last but not least, we have our gorgeous gems that we also include. These are brand new. They are strawberry slush, pretty in pink, and then just like a champagne gold. And used a lot of these little champagne ones, and we're just going to sprinkle those on here on our card, just to give a little bit more of a celebratory sparkle. There you go. Okay, last but not least, we have our greeting. Per our amazing Ange style, we're going to do some embossing. She loves to emboss. And I actually, to me, I love the look of embossing as well. I completely agree with that. Like, I love the look of embossing. I just get a little lazy and don't like to get out my embossing gun. And then afterwards, I'm like, oh, why do I hesitate with that sometimes? So you just need your Versamark pad. Here's the stamp set in case you've missed it. I kind of skipped through a lot of that today because, again, you can go back to all the other days. I'm going to do the Let's Celebrate. But again, see how you can build up all your own drinks too. And I actually, the ones I have built, I have used that piece of paper to kind of show me like what to do, because I didn't really have the creativity to do it. So I kind of, when I built my own, I still kind of copied, I copied what they did. I just built it myself. So I'm stamping this with Versamark. And then we're going to sprinkle on the gold embossing powder. So this is a definite celebratory gold powder. We got the dots, we got the ribbon. So I just went ahead, you can't see it because it's just muted, but now we're going to emboss it. I got my heat tool out. Somewhere over here, there we go. And I'm just gonna go ahead and emboss. I'm gonna hold this down with my take a pick tool. And do some, then there it goes, let the gold just pop out. Gorgeous. A little special touch. Who loves to heat emboss? I love, love, love to heat emboss. And of course, I just don't think to do it enough. But then when I do my classes with Ange, you better believe we heat emboss. She heats emboss a lot. So I love it because this is why I partner with other people, because it kind of gets me out of my comfort zone. And it's all good to get out of our comfort zone. So we're just going to take that Let's Celebrate, put it right there. There we go. What do you guys think about this one? I love this one because it's so different than anything we've done the rest of the week too. So, and it can be used, again, for a man or a woman, and it can be used for any occasion. So a really useful card. Hey, Stella. All right, so let's move on to project number 2 is another box. So this craft along, we've done a lot of fun folds, we've done boxes, we've done some simple cards. So what's one thing I love about my partners is that when I have a partners, we really do show you so many different styles, and I love that. So shout out to all my partners with me. Okay, our next project is going to be a cute little box, and I've got all my pieces cut for that too. In this box, you can get 2 out of a sheet of cardstock. So Ange, I'm going to show you her picture. Ange used hers again with the celebratory sips. I'm going to use the Impressions Abloom so that you can see again. I really want to showcase both of our bundles. So, but this is hers, and look, see, it's so cute. She used 2 more of the glasses, and we're going to make this adorable little box. So this box, the purpose of it is to hold like a chapstick or a travel perfume or candy, Tootsie Rolls. You can put a couple of different pieces of candy in there. But it's also perfectly fit for like a lipstick, lip gloss, chapstick. So cute little gift giving idea. So let's jump in. I'm going to, Ange, also, when you purchase the tutorial, just so you know, it's really helpful. There's a little template that will teach you. And that's how I learned to make it as well. So the first thing you're going to do, this is 6.5 by 5.5. And then we're going to do some scoring. All right. On the 6.5 inch side, we're going to score at 3, 4, 5, and 6. So on the longer side, you're going to score it at, and this is strawberry slush that I'm using, and she did too. So 3, 4, 5, and 6. So again, it was 5.5 by 6.5. So hi, Phyllis. I'm so excited. Phyllis just joined my team. She joined during May, so that makes me super happy. Then on the other side, we are going to score at 1/4. So 1/4, you can see, is like this very first little line. Look how you guys can see here. It's that very first little line. So we're going to score it at 1/4. It's a little guy. And then we're going to score it at 1 and 1/4. So 1/4, then 1 and 1/4. Then I'm going to switch it over and do 4 1/4 and 5 1/4. So basically, from each side, you do 1/4 and 1 1/4, 1/4, 1 1/4. Super easy. I should say super easy, but they're pretty easy score marks to do. All right, now let's go ahead, use our bone folder and get a good fold along all of those lines. We always love these cute little, and I love little miniature things too. That's like one of my little favorite things. I used to have a very extensive fairy garden, and I haven't put it up in a few years. My current house just doesn't quite lend for it. So, hey Jill. All right, so now next we are going to just trim this up a little bit so we get it so that we're able to assemble. So let me show you. The first thing you're going to do is you are going to cut off these longer portions. So I'm just going to go here and try to cut straight. I probably should use my paper trimmer because they'll be a little bit straighter than I am. So we're just going to remove that, and then same thing on the other side. It's a little bit of prep work with your boxes. And then this one, we're just gonna kind of just, again, miter that edge a little bit. There you go. That's the first step. The next one, you're just gonna go in on all these marks. Some of them you're gonna keep, some of them you're not. But for now, we're just gonna go in on all of them just to make it easier. Then we'll make our decisions as we move forward. There and there. Okay, so we only need, and it's actually the second one, is where we need this, that little 1/4 inch tab. So we're gonna cut off the rest of them. So we only need it on just that one. So we're gonna cut this off. And then these also, just like we did in all the other boxes. Just always like to miter those edges so they don't stick out. Then on this one, cut that off. And this one here, we just don't even need it. There you go. I know this is another step, but you'll be, it makes it, I used to not do that. Like, what's the big deal? But it does make it a much more tailored look. So we're gonna do the same thing to the other side. So we're gonna take off this last piece that we don't need at all. And we're going to take off that little 1/4 inch piece. We only need it on that second one, or that middle, kind of that second one there from the top, and take the other one off. Okay. And then these, we just miter a little bit. Okay. I've never made this box before. This is a new one that Ann just taught me. That's why, again, I love it. Okay, there we go. So again, like, what I do like to do is to put our adhesive down before we go. So this is what's gonna kind of look like, right? So you can kind of get an idea. So I want to put all of our designer series paper, glue that down before we glue it all together. It's a lot easier to glue when it's open. So this is going to be the part that's looking at you. And on that one, we are going to put, so let me tell you the pieces of the size of the paper. So these are the sizes of the designer series paper. And this is the piece that I picked. This is not what's in the PDF, but this is just one of our impressions of Abloom paper. I think it's a really small, pretty pattern of the flowers. So you love the variety of projects. I'm so glad. I do too. It's one of my favorite parts of partnering. So I do absolutely as well. All right, we have a piece here that's 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. So basically what I did is you just cut one 2 3/4 inch strip, right? And then you have this piece is 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. This is 2 3/4 by 1 3/4. And these are the same 2 3/4 by 3/4. And these little guys are 3/4 inch squares. So that's what we're going to go ahead, and I'm going to glue those down now. So the bigger piece goes actually for the back. Oops. I got glue. I went a little crazy with my glue. That is going to go on the back. That should fit perfectly there. So this one, the front and the back are done. This here, this piece, other piece here is going to go on the front. That goes up here at the top. So the top of the one side. So this is the inside of the box, but look, you can just practice it. It's going to curl. It's going to curl up there. And so that way it'll look perfect, just like that. All right. Now we have these. So this one here, I'm just going to put it on the 2. You could have cut one more piece if you wanted to, but we only just did 2. 2 pieces. I'm just double checking the picture real quick. Which is somewhere. It's so crazy how I can have something right in my fingertips. And then the next minute, it like, oh, there it is. Yep. So we didn't do the bottom, but you can do the bottom. You have enough paper, you could do the bottom if you wanted to. So we're going to do this one here. And then the one next to it. I'm going to do this paper. We have so much of this paper, and you have that whole strip. You could just do one more piece and do that bottom one if you wanted to. Let's see if I have it handy. I might or I might not. If I don't, I won't worry about it. But I did just cut it. And I did just have a strip of it. I do, right here. Let me grab it. All right, I'm going to cut one more 3/4 inch strip. I don't want the bottom to feel left out. Okay, see, I just cut one more strip off of the same strip that I did. There you go. See, do you two love that little pattern? I love that pattern. I thought this was so sweet. So then, okay, so, oh, and then we have these 2 little ones here for the little edges. And those go right here. Okay, so this is what it looks, this is what yours is supposed to look like. Now again, I'm doing mine a slightly different pattern than Ange's. So it looks like this. All right, and then this piece goes up here. All right, so now you're gonna put glue on this tab that, there's like a 1/2 inch tab there. This is the easiest way for me to tell you how to do this. Is you just lay it down, and then this lays down. If you do that, then look, it will be perfectly just like that. Okay, last but not least, these little guys will tuck in, and then this. So this one, you don't need any adhesive. It just stays shut. So fill this up with your, again, your lipstick, your chapstick, your lip gloss, and then you're going to do this one, and then it just tucks in right here. I love this so much. Isn't that so cute? All right, now to decorate, I went a little rogue again. I wanted to play with, we did not show you guys these flowers out of the Impressions of Bloom. So I wanted to do a few of those. So I'm totally playing with these here. We have not done it yet. So I just wanted to kind of use these. And when I've seen these bouquets, I've loved this one in there. So I'm going to put this one here. So cute. Thank you. It is so cute. Well, I should thank Ange because I love this project so much. I'm going to do that one there. So I wanted to I didn't know the length to do these, so we can trim them off a little bit. All right, let's glue these down. I'm going to use mini glue dots to glue these down. So we're just going to sprinkle them on with some of the flowers from the Impressions of Bloom. We have made so many fun bouquets with this. So hopefully you've had fun watching them come together. And it's empowered me because the ones I did in the beginning, they were all pretty kind of boring. I used 2 flowers, I used 3 flowers. But through this, I've really become inspired, like this one, to I'm going to build up all different kinds of flowers. So hopefully this one has a lot of versatility that you can build up kind of all your own little flowers. So now I took a strawberry slush of that little one. Let's tuck in some leaves. Thank you. I know. I've gained a lot of confidence through doing all of this. And we'll do another one. See, I love these flowers, and we hadn't used them yet. So I'm like, okay, it's our last day. I want to use that one too. Okay, so I had leaves. This one I'm going to put on with a dimensional. And I ran all of these through with one crank of the embossing thing. I just did one crank, went through. All right, so I'm just going to add this one, just going to kind of pop that one on there. And last but not least, I took a Stylish Shapes. It's a little bit big. I think I might put it down here. I was gonna put it up here, but look, it's gonna cover all my flowers. So out of the impression of the bloom, I'm gonna take that thanks. Yeah, we'll take the thanks. I'm gonna do something different. I'm gonna, cause you got both of them. You could do the to you, to us, it's your day. I'm just gonna do the it's your day. So, and I'm gonna just do it on a piece of, I'll save that for something different. It's a piece of scrap white. I think I have a piece of scrap white here somewhere. I should have lots of it everywhere. Here's a piece of scrap white. All right. It's your day. Stamp that there. I'm just gonna, I do like the fact that this has some smaller greetings in it. Pretty soon I won't be able to see them. My eyesight's getting so bad. Okay. So I just wanted to take a little, it's your day. Because those flowers are so pretty, I don't want to cover them up. I like them. Okay, and I'm gonna take a couple mini glue dots. I roll them a little bit, so it gives them a little bit of a lift and makes them skinny. And then we're gonna add that there. Now, perfect. Okay, so there is our project. And listen, you got a whole thing of these babies. Let's sprinkle a couple of those on there too, just for fun. And all the colors match, so I'll just do a couple of those. I should use my Take a Pic tool. It's right here in front of me. Sometimes my scissors work better, just depends. Just added a couple of those. All right. Let me know. Okay, if you trust me, a card from day 2. Awesome. That's the whole point. You can copy the layouts. Let's show you all 12 projects. If you've missed any of them, all 6 videos are in on my YouTube channel. They're here on Facebook too, but Facebook, they will disappear. So we load all of them onto YouTube, so they'll be there forever. So here's day 6. All right, and I'm gonna ask you if you have a favorite. I really do wanna know, did you have like one project that was your favorite? I'll tell you my favorite projects. So this might be, see, I just made this, but this was a really useful box. So cute. I had never made one of those before. So here are day 6 projects. All right, day 5 were 2 fun fold cards. Here's fun fold number 1. We made this one. And then we have fun fold number 2. I got them a little out of order over here. Fun fold number 2. I like how this one has like a little pull tab and you just kind of go, whoop. Look how cool that is. So these were from yesterday. So those are 2. All right, those are from day 5. All right, day 4 was this awesome box and this beautiful card. It's going to be really hard to pick a favorite because this box, I had never made these before. This was new for me. So this box you open, and look, when you open it up, there are these little craft mixes. You could put all kinds of candy in there. So these are super fun. All right, and if you're saying, man, I wish I had all the, I need the step-by-step directions, you got to purchase them. And they are a PDF, but you get all 12 projects for only $25. Or we do give them for free when you place an online order. That's because Stampin' Up! Will pay us. All right, there's that. And then this card here we made. So that was day 3. That was day 4. Day 3 was Julie's. This might have been my favorite box. So they're all good, but this one I was really I loved it. So this was the box that we made. Let's see if I'll open it for you guys. So you open it up, and then this opens up to, I put it on with a dimensional. And then you can put candy in there. Nope. Jennifer just said nope, she's not giving her favorite. I know it's hard. It's a lot of pressure, but it is, it's what we do. Like when I design a class, the first thing I do is, okay, which one's my favorite? I always do have a favorite. Sometimes I got to pick 2 favorites, sometimes, but we love to know that. Okay, so this is the box from day 3. This was my friend Julie Selva designed this one for us. And then this was the card. Her card was a good, sweet, simple card. And we did some practice that. See that? And we did masking there. So a good, sweet, simple card. This was day 3. All right, see how much we've accomplished. A lot this week. This is where at the very end I get like overwhelmed, like, oh my gosh, we did so much. Day 2, we made this. I love this color combination with that pop of that timid tiger. So that was day 2, this card using this cheers and sips. And then we made this bouquet, this flower. This card took a little bit of time, but it was so worth it. This was it, and I did it, and on the video I did it in shades of the pinks, strawberry slush. This was the one that was in the tutorial, and I love the shades of the blue and the purple with a pop of the petunia pop. But I wanted just to show a little bit of a different variation so you guys can see that. So that was day 2. Those were designed by Melissa Faust. And then day 1, we made this card. And here's the two different variations of that card. And then we made this pouch. So this pouch, or bag, pouch, a little Velcro dot on it. Then again, fill up with candy, bracelet, jewelry, gift card, a little bit of money. Great for graduations or just a thank you gift for somebody. So we made that one. So there you go. So day 1, what do you think? Do you guys have a favorite? If you do, I love to hear. But this, I think really all of these together, just look at our gorgeous, gorgeous new in colors and how beautiful that they all go together. All right, thank you so much for being here. Stay tuned next week. I'll be back with a lunch break live on Wednesday. The last day to get this tutorial for free is Sunday, and that's with your free with an online order of over $50. And stay tuned. Our next craft along is already in the works. I'll be doing a Christmas in July craft along. I've got an amazing lineup of friends, all of them, Michelle. I know, I do agree with your statement, but sometimes it's just fun to kind of see. I will tell you, to be honest with you, I have truly fallen in love with the cheers and sips. I probably would never have made most of these projects without this. And now I love it. And I've been using these cards to send to friends, to men, to women. It's a pretty versatile set. I almost want to plan like this summer picnic just so I can create like little gifts and invitations with it. The Impressions in Bloom, I had already loved. I knew I was going to love it because I love the ovals in there and all the flowers. And these flowers we hadn't even used yet, and they're really fun too. So I've seen some incredible bouquets that people have made with that bundle. So, and I love how the texture and everything is in the flowers when you run them through. So definitely. And if you don't own either of these yet, you are in luck. Stampin' Up! Is running a special right now where you can buy one suite and then get another suite at 50% off. So you can save like up to $40. Plus you'll get 10% of your rewards and free dollars off your next order. So it's a really great. I know I've used it, and make sure every suite I didn't have, I wanted to make sure I got. And because you get to get the second one at 50% off. All right. Thanks so much for being here. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.